What a beautiful place this is. Pre-Alps at their best. A winter afternoon, a bit of snow, working day, very quiet, not very cold, not very sunny, not very cloudy, just perfect. So here I am. This here is Silverstein near the area of Bad Telch, and I came here to photograph a bit further down. There is a river which is pointing due southwest, so I'm hoping to photograph the sunset. But I've been to this place before and I know how beautiful it is, so I couldn't resist stopping here and maybe photographing a bit the lake, the mountains in the background, the snowy trees. It's just perfect today. So this is an unscheduled stop here, but I have some time and I think it's worth a photograph. It's completely untouched snow here, and there are several compositions, so I'm not sure which one I'm gonna take. Actually, no, there weren't that many compositions at the time available, and I didn't manage to find any good ones. I did take several photographs, but when I came home and I looked at them, I was actually a bit disappointed because they were okay photographs of a nice place, but nothing special in my opinion in terms of photographs. This here is one I took, and I didn't like the sky in the end in this one. I didn't like that there was a complete lack of foreground, and as I said in the video, the reflection was gone. And I tried also to make it black and white and add a bit more drama to it, but it didn't change a lot, it didn't improve a lot. And this one is another one, and in this one I didn't pay attention when I was taking the photographs, and the foreground again is nothing special, and this time I left out of the frame on the left side the area which I think was the best area at that specific time, the edge of that mountain going into the lake. Maybe if I had included that it might have been a better photograph, but anyway, this one isn't. So moving on, I shouldn't have spent the time there in hindsight, but that's not the first time this happens. You're not always successful in taking the right photographs. But at the end of the day there will be some good photographs in this video. So moving on. Just look at this place. It's called Hinterless, and it's a gorge, and there is a small road which is not a normal road. It's full of ice. It's not really used, but it leads you to this place. I don't think I need to say a lot when it comes to this area. I have about 1 more hour of light, and I think I need 3 days here. I haven't been to this valley before, although I've been very close on both sides, and I actually don't know what to do now. Don't think I have time for a lot of photographs. More I have time to explore a bit, walk around, find some nice areas, and then I need to come one morning and spend the day here, now in the holidays. I think that's the only thing I can do. So this is the road here now, and my idea was to drive to a point further down, because the river is creating an S curve, and then I wanted to walk up the ridge on the right so that I get a better vantage point and photograph the river from sort of a higher vantage point so that you can see the curve. And there are mountains in the ahead, in the background, and with the sunset that would make a nice photograph. That was my plan for today, but I've been delayed again, and so now I'm gonna drive over there, explore a little bit. If I can set up a shot, fine, but I don't expect that I will be able to, that I will have the time for that. But anyway, as I said, I'll explore a bit and hope for the best. I was lucky enough to find a forest ranger who was kind enough to assure me that there was no vantage point higher up that mountain that I wanted to hike on, and so it doesn't make sense. It's not I'm not gaining anything by doing that hike. So I'm now looking for some locations for a photograph around here at the level of the river. I'm almost at the other end of the valley by now, so I will check all the way there, and then I'll head back towards where I came from. I can say that in the short time that I have, I will be able to find a very nice composition here. There are a lot of very small areas that are nice, but nothing grand. So this is going to be a video with a lot of video, a lot of B-roll, and very few photographs. Probably only the ones I got in the lake earlier today. But it's okay, you don't always come to make photographs. There's one more location back that way. I drove next to it about 10 minutes ago by car, and it was a bit higher. So, and there was a bridge which brought me right over the river. So I'm gonna go and try to photograph, see if I can photograph anything from over there. And if I can, great, I make a photo. If not, I close this video and drive back home, because it's going to be dark in about 40 minutes from now, or maybe a bit more. Okay, so let's go over there. In the end, I found the spot and the light. I have a very nice location here. I'm at the edge of a ridge and I have a higher vantage point, and so I don't have, unfortunately, the river in front of me, but I have a very nice stretch of trees which lead up to the mountains, and very nice light at the moment with the sunset, which, I mean, it's not spectacular, but it is interesting. And so I'm gonna wait here, take a few photographs until it's dark, and then I'm gonna go back. But it's great that at least I found this location here. I think this one photograph will be a good one today. So let me explain what I'm photographing here. I'll switch on the video for a minute, like this. Come on, focus. So it's a very simple composition. I have the mountain ridge on the left, some trees on the foreground, and a very nice light with the clouds in the background. And I have it on manual exposure now, that's why it looks so dark. It's not actually as dark. I'm going to play around a little bit with various exposures, and we'll see. And I may even try a longer focal length, maybe 300, just to zoom in on the mountains as much as possible. Now I'm at around 50-60 millimeters, what you see now. I'm going to zoom in maybe with a longer focal length to the mountains in the background, see if that's interesting in any way with a cloud over there. I don't have, unfortunately, such a strong zoom that I would really bring it close, but I think I'm going to try it quickly just to see. The light in that direction left as quickly as it came, so I'm turning now to the other direction to photograph the river a little bit, as I said, with the S-curve, and if something changes here, I'll take another photograph. But for now, let's look at that direction over there. So I have two ideas. One is for a photograph here. One is down and zoomed in a little bit so that I only photograph the second curve of the river, and the other one is further up and zoomed out so that I photograph all the river that you can see in this picture now, as well as this left bank, which I like with the snow and the ground, the area which is covered with snow and not covered, makes a nice contrast. So here, this is the zoomed in photograph I'm going to take now, focusing here at the front. Okay, and then the other one, as I said, it's a bit higher up and zoomed out. Actually, not a bit higher up, again lower down. I don't want that much sky, although it's not a bad sky, but I prefer to be a bit lower down. This is now horizontal, and there I prefer the right bank than the left bank, apart from this little area here. Again, focusing somewhere in the foreground. Sorry, I didn't focus. And voila. The histogram is fine. That's good. It's almost getting dark now and it's time for me to head back. I've been here for a few hours. I don't know when I'm gonna air this video. Probably end of January, maybe February, because there are some other videos I'm going to air before that and I need to process them. But for me now, today is the 30th of December. So I want to wish you all a happy new year, happy 2021, healthy 2021. And I hope we all get out a bit more in 2021 and do more of the stuff we used to do before 2020 came with our friends. And until that, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now we are at the other side of Silverstein See, where we were earlier in this video. I have a confession to make. It's not exactly the same day, or not the same week, or not the same year, because it's a week later from my previous from the previous part of this video, and the year has changed. But it's the same location and very similar conditions. Again, early afternoon. So I thought I would combine these two videos to make one video. And now at as I said, at a different part of the same lake. This is a sort of a three-finger lake, something like this, the shape. And I'm on the other side now, because this is the narrower side and the sun isn't hitting it. It's a bit sunnier today, so I don't want to go to the sunny parts yet. I'm going to go later to see if I can catch a sunset behind the mountains. But for now, I just wanted a bit of shadow. So I walked already in that direction, and I'm gonna walk a bit in that direction now to see if I can find something nice. Otherwise, I'm gonna get in the car and drive all the way to the other side of the lake again. This is a very small lake, it's not very big, so it's about 5-10 minutes drive from one side to the other. And eventually I'll see if I can find a couple of nice spots or something for another day. So let's see. So I left the lake, which is over there, to come and see this side and the river which leads to the lake, and see if I can find a nice spot here to photograph while the sun is setting. And by now I need to go back actually. So it's very beautiful here. The problem is I don't have any vantage point. Actually the nice shot is somewhere behind me. I don't know if you can see it, where there is the road. And from the road you are a bit higher up and you can see this very nice S-curve that the river makes just behind me here. and there is some fog over the water, some mist over the water, and there is the trees are snowy, and it's a really nice scene. I just cannot find the right vantage point to photograph it with all the trees next to the road. I cannot find any clean spot to get the shot. So I know where the shot is, but I cannot get it. And down here it's just not the same. It's still beautiful, but not, it doesn't make for a great photograph, unfortunately. The sun is setting that way, slowly. Yeah, this will be it for today. It's really cold. If the batteries give out and I don't have, after 20 minutes, I don't have any batteries, I won't blame them today. Because it takes my fingers around 5 minutes out of the car to be completely numb. I think it's around -5 today, -6 degrees. So yeah, it's cold. So change of plans again, because I found a really nice shot with the mist and the mountain from across a bridge. I'm gonna show it to you now. It's right over there. So this is it. Let me see if you can see it correctly. Yep, this is it. So I found the shot after all, which was very nice. I just didn't have the time to set it up before the mist rolled in and I lost it. And it was this mountain behind me, which was just cut into the middle by the mist, but the peak was out of the clouds, and it was really nice. But I had to put in the long lens to photograph it, and unfortunately, by the time I changed the lenses, more mist had rolled in, and I missed the shot completely. It didn't make sense after that. And I'm sorry for the hood, by the way, but it's really cold here today. And as I said earlier, so I did have another shot, however, which was a bit on the left with another 2 peaks in the background further away. So I had to zoom in more for those, but I think I got a very nice shot. I'm still waiting here to see if the mist clears out a bit, because it is windy. So maybe the conditions will change a bit, and then I'll be able to photograph the original mountain that I had in mind, which is closer. For now, however, it's still not there. I decided to stay up here on the bridge to take this shot because I liked these ice patterns, and I thought I would use those for the foreground rather than going down next to the water, because then I would lose the perspective and I would lose those completely. I might find a nice stone or something to use as a foreground, but I preferred to shoot with these patterns covering sort of the first third of the photograph. So more cloud is rolling in now, and the mountain is also almost completely gone, as you can see probably behind me. I think we're expecting snow for tonight and tomorrow, so that's not surprising. It's starting to close out completely now, and it's slowly time for me to go as well, because I'm freezing out here today. Have a nice evening. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I don't know if it's a separate video or a video together with the one I got 5 days ago from the same area. In any case, have a nice evening, and see you again maybe in a couple of weeks or so.